This is the #1 AMES 85 from the #1 player in Black Ops 6, Havok. Most of you guys already know who Havok is. He's an ex-pro player who's now doing content. He's currently ranked #1 in the world, and he did get #1 on Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, and so I think he knows what's best, which is why we're going to be using his build today. Dropped over a 15 gun streak in Crimson plus lobbies and ranked play. This thing absolutely shreds. This is going to be the meta class setup for the AMES 85, and basically for the SMGs, you always want to run this perk layout, and you typically don't ever really need to rock the Gunfighter wildcard, although you can make the gun pretty broken with it, so I will be giving you guys a bonus Gunfighter class as well. And then if you are playing the public matches, this is still the best AMES 85 in the game, given you can't really add a suppressor here, and the suppressor is good in public matches. For the muzzle, what Havok is now running is the compensator. Before he was using the porta compensator, this one is going to reduce the first amount of shots. It gives you like overall good recoil control, but it really makes those first like 8 shots have no recoil, which is why I personally like it. But if you are spamming out a lot of bullets, the compensator is going to be a lot better, and since this thing does take a decent amount of shots to kill, I think that's why he's using the compensator now, but I really wouldn't be surprised if he swaps to something else a different day. For the optic, the iron sights are horrible, so you really do need to run an optic, and if you ever see someone running the iron sights, typically they're cheating or they're just completely buns at the game. Now the optic doesn't matter, you guys can rock whichever one you want. I see some players using the Acu, the Merlin, but majority of good players are going to be adding the Kepler Microflex. And then once you do add the optic, you want to go and swap the reticle unless you really like the red one. I personally love the green reticle. I think in the gameplay I was rocking the red one, but the green is super sick. I hope in the future we get some other ones because these ones really aren't that good, but the dots are good, and I want like a nice like blue dot or one that I can like customize. Like I feel bad for all the people who are like colorblind, but I guess you got those in the settings. Next up, for the barrel, this is where things actually changed a lot. Before we were adding the long barrel to increase that damage range. Right now the damage range is 15.2 meters. When we add the long barrel, increases it to 19.8, but that's actually not going to reduce the shots to kill. I think if you mix in a lot of headshots, like 3 to 4, then it's going to require like 1 less bullet, but that's not going to be that likely. You're going to get a lot more value out of like the reinforced or even the gain twist barrel. By the way, if you're stressing about camos or simply just don't have time for them, check out my long-term sponsor Guapsi. They will legitimately play in your account to hard unlock whatever you please. They can do the camos to the gun levels, and this goes for zombies, Warzone, and multiplayer. They don't use an unlock tool, and this doesn't break 2S, so there is no risk of being banned, and no one has before. So if you want to save your time and energy, go to the top link in my description and check out guapsi.com. Shout out to Exclusive Ace for testing the AMES 85. He got the amount of shots to kill at every range, as well as the hit scan range. The hit scan range is insanely important. Whenever you're outside of the hit scan range, that's when you get the ghost bullets. Feels like you're on that very high ping because nothing's connecting. This basically means the second you pull the trigger, the bullet's gonna hit the enemy. It's like scanning them. That's how it was in the older Call of Duties. That being said, with the long barrel, we are getting a 5-shot kill up to about 66 meters, which is really good, but you're not going to really get in any gunfights at that range. Majority of your gunfights are going to be like between 30 and like 55 meters, and if we look at the reinforced barrel, we have a effective damage range of like 56 meters, and so we get that 5-shot kill and like where it really matters, as well as increase in the hit scan potential. The gain twist is also another very good one because you don't really get in gunfights past that. Me personally, I actually like the gain twist more, but Havok's the #1 player. He wants the extra little bit of damage range, so it doesn't take as many shots to kill compared to having like an increased hit scan range, and so it really is personal preference. I've seen pros rock the gain twist or the reinforce. Use the one that you want. He's using the reinforce, so stay on topic. We're using the reinforce. For the underbarrel, again, this is kind of up to you. If you can hit your shots, rock the Ranger foregrip. You're going to be able to move around the map faster. You can get the timings a little bit faster. It really does help you, but sometimes, you know, having absolutely no recoil, making it easy to hit those shots will be more important, and that's why Havok is rocking the vertical foregrip. You can't really like, you know, risk missing any bullets. Now we got that very good hit scan potential. We got a lot of range. We got absolutely no recoil because of the underbarrel and the muzzle, and then the optic. And then for the last attachment, we are going to be adding the quick draw grip. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back using the ergonomic. Actually, no, sorry. The ergonomic grip is the one you want to use. This one's going to cut down on that slide to fire speed. Kind of depends on your play style. If you're playing somewhat aggressive with the aims, you're going to want to use the ergonomic grip. If you're sitting back more, the quick draw grip is definitely going to be the better option. For me, even though I play pretty aggressive with the aims, I use the quick draw grip just so I can, you know, practice sitting back a little bit more. This just makes it so you can like crack aim or like snap on the enemies a little bit faster, and so it really is up to you, but Havok is going to be adding the ergonomic grip. This is going to be his 5 attachment aims. If you guys do want to take a screenshot, there you go. If you do find this video helpful, a like is appreciated. If you want to see more just like it, hit the subscribe button with the noties on. Now for the Gunfighter build, which makes this thing actually really broken, and people are going to say you're scummy for rocking it. For the stock, we are going to go over here and we are going to be adding the infiltrator stock. This is going to make it so you have a very fast strafe suit, making it so with the infiltrator stock, nobody's going to be able to hit you whatsoever. Make sure you always strafe in the gunfight. Gives you that extra aim assist, as well as just, you know, makes you a harder target to hit. If you don't find that much value out of the infiltrator, which I think you really should just get used to it, use the combat stock. You get that strafing speed as well as flinch resistance. So if the enemy shoots at you, your screen isn't going to shake that much, but there's really not that much flinch on this game anyway. So for the fire mods though, we are going to go over here and we're going to add the overpressured rounds. The recoil springs are good, but we have so much recoil control with that muzzle and the underbarrel to where we don't really need more, but you don't really have no recoil, then rock the ranger. But the overpressured rounds are going to increase the bow velocity now to about 44% more. And so now we're going to have hit scan range up to about like 55 meters, I believe, which is absolutely insane. And then I honestly would swap out the reinforced for the long barrel, because now your bow velocity is going to be 950, which is perfectly good enough. And then you have that increase, you know, 5-shot kill potential. So this is going to be the best gunfighter build, and that's why people say it's a little bit scummy. And then one more bonus build that I kind of want to give you guys is that I go over here to the reinforced barrel. I will add the Kepler. For the muzzle, we do the ported, and then for the rear grip, we are going to do the quick draw grip, and for the fire mods, we do the recoil springs. I really like this 5 attachment build. There's no recoil. Completely up to you guys. With all that said, let's get to the gameplay.
Hell, dead shit on.
Mid doors.
Mid.
Absolute 3 on time.
Later one.
Also, we have 3 subs, so I put on AR.
How they are.
Yo, Vol, dead. Dog shit.
Back up.
No, they all spawn here.
Thatcher dead.
Huge.
And then another one top mansion.
Hey, split. Two are going outer time.
Spawned out, yeah.
Top.
One's top art.
Top is dead.
Another one bottom art.
I spawned out.
Bottom art behind you. Yes, nice, weak. Nice. They're gonna spawn there, I think.
Dead.
Nice. Go crazy.
One's top new. Absolute dead. Now they have him parallels. Where's line? Just hold that cross. I think we're still missing one guy. It could be
Planners, right, far right. Nice.
all right, weak. One's lying. Two on me line. I needed one.
Here, I'm pushing roof.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one line. One cross right. Jonas. Two. Jonas and Manning.
Manning
dead.
Nice.
Yo, front pool.
I'm sitting top art.
Right.
One's coming in line.
Two.
Line,
Pool.
Jonas, absolute. Another one got through right side.
I'm watching right.
Jonas dead.
Middle dead.
Fucking morons.
Pool.
You start pushing out.
Oh, these guys are actually dog shit.
Yeah.
Start pushing out.
Yep. I'm already in it. Someone's here. Dead.
Here, I'm grabbing Hall. Yo, Hall now.
Mid door. Two mid door. One went towards B control, and the other one was still sitting there.
I got P2 spawns. I'm playing back.
Flipping
Right line, Manning
Yeah,
dead.
one's old.
Guy fold should have them spawn there. Yeah.
Time is dead. Here,
I'm
I have a Hall. Hall gives.
One's Hall. Lion dead.
Yo, Hall. I'm one.
Sit down.
I got you right. I was going to. You beat me to it.
No, I'm
right.
Balk. Oh, I'm fucking 15 straight shots. I just need to be faster, not so fucking dumb. Yo, ladies and gents, this is not Havok. I couldn't find a Havok gameplay anywhere. I could have went to a stream and went through every single match to find like a crazy one, but there's a lot of channels that like will upload just, you know, footage of like pro players playing. This is the Optic people, Dashy, Shotzi, Kenny, and Havok playing against Carolina. So Hacienda control, I hate it. I think it's horrible. And so that's why I chose this one, is so we can learn how to play, learn how to do a little bit better. They're all using the meta class, the one I just showed you guys, where you have the vertical underbarrel. Although I believe Havok has the ranger on there. And just to show you guys, that really is personal preference. And so just because Havok's using something doesn't mean you should use that. You kind of got to fit it to your needs. Now, on control Hacienda, typically you want to get B first. That's just because a lot of the time you don't get A, so you might waste all your lives going for A, and then you don't have any progress on B. And then if it gets down to like a round 5, you're going to be on offense and you'll probably lose that. And so definitely go for A first, and go for B first. Unless you spawn over here. Some people will be like, well, I'll still just go for B. I'll just go flank them. They won't expect that. No, they'll definitely expect that, because they'll be wondering where you're at. Like if your team's not going for A, or if there's only 3 of you going for A, they're going to know where that last guy is going for probably B. It depends on the skill ranks and things. Like when I'm playing, or what I try to do when I'm playing, and what my teammates for sure do, is like count the amount of people, or look who's dead and who's alive, so you know who to look for. They'll, before a match, they'll like memorize who's in the game. They're like, okay, Chad, Gwyn, Huk, and Shotzi are in our game. If 3 of them die and Shotzi hasn't died yet in the kill feed, they're like, yo, well, let's look for Shotzi. He's somewhere on the map. And so that's a big part of like understanding pacing, is looking at that kill feed. It tells you everything. And then the minimap will tell you where the enemies are, but we all know that. It's just we all don't look at the minimap all the time. So I did record about half this, then my cat shoot through one of the aux cables, where I fucking hate him. I love him, but I hate him. He'd shoot through my aux cable. And so Huk doesn't do that good this round or the next round, but we still learn a lot from it. Right there. Okay, let me just actually go back. This is very, very important. So he spawns in. Sees them all going for B. B's going to be the easier one, and they got to stop the clock, so obviously they're going to hit that. Sees on the kill feed that, you know, they killed a couple of the enemies. Over here, a lot of you guys, including me, would probably go hit like plat to like try to block the enemies or block up there. But since the game's going to end soon, they're trying to get as many ticks, so it's actually more valuable for you to just hop on the objective. And so those are those little quick things that you got to get down. There isn't like a perfect way to go about it, but you kind of want to stack here to get as much points as you can. And he's just going to watch the back. Teammates got the front, he's got the back. They end up actually getting B because he triple capped it. If he didn't go, if he didn't hop on the objective, they wouldn't have captured that most likely. And so now because of that, they have a whole extra 50 seconds. And if it does get down to around 5, they have, you know, they at least, you know, they have a higher chance of being on defense. They don't have that many lives. It's still super winnable though. Really winnable. All you need is that 1 point. But like, this is why this map is horrible. Where do you sit? Where do you go? There's not a single best place to sit. They should have made it so it covers the whole bottom, so you're not just stuck to like one quadrant of the open middle map. And so you just got to pick a side, move around, and just hope that you catch the enemies. But if they got like a full wipe right there, that's all you need, is just the wipe, and then you can capture the objective pretty easily. Still want to stay alive. You want to get some kills. Want to maximize those kills right there. So then you have more points and a higher chance to be on defense if needed. Defense is always going to be the easier one. Although on vault, sometimes like we'll do better on offense, but overall defense is going to be the better one. Okay, we got round 2 over here. Let me know in the comments your favorite and your worst map. My favorite one, I thought I would like this one, but it kind of annoys me. It's just like so big. Skyline is probably my favorite just because you get so many kills, even though it's kind of like a bang out. It's not really a competitive map, but you just get so many kills. That's just constant dopamine. And Protocol actually plays nicely. It's not too difficult to play. It's just wonky and ugly to look at, and it is pretty annoying. There's just so many lanes and windows and shit. Bro, if they just add raid, bro, we'd be great. Life would be amazing. A lot of the BO4 maps are great. Usually with the AR, you just want to stay up top. You just kind of want to, you know, scout the areas. Huk is usually an SMG player. Right there, he would have won the gunfight with an SMG, but, you know, up close, SMG is always going to win. So don't really get down on yourself too much. Over here, he just died from that side, so he's just going to check real quick, see if the enemies are crossing through. Always check your things. See how he's checking all these corners? I'll move around the map like I'm tweaking or just like thinking I know exactly where the enemies are when I don't really. No one knows exactly where the enemies are. You know, like a general area, but you want to check all the corners. Like in here, you should have checked the corner to the right when you slid into this room. Still checking everything, just making sure he doesn't get caught off guard. The enemy gets some information, so he's just going to throw nades back, wait to heal up. A lot of this is all just like confidence. Right there, he heard him, and then he checked the minimap, saw that the enemy was behind him, got the kill. Over here, watch. He doesn't just sprint in here. He's going to check corners, which we would all do that. Just trying to really get in your head. You got to check the corners. Like, I literally have hit iridescent, and I still don't check the corners. Well, I do, but not as much as I should. Because they got kills, they know the enemies are spawning in. That's literally why kills are so important. It just resets the map, allows your team to take up space. You got to take up space. If you're dying a lot, the enemies are taking up space, and it's so hard to, like, get out of that blender. Ash is getting some kills, which is huge. Right here? No way it's the game. Bro, I thought my cable, like my cat did shoot through a cable, but I guess it's still working. It's just the audio of this match. So I went through and swapped all my cables. Took me a half hour. Bro, so that means I can still use this. I should probably get a new one. That's kind of messed up. But what the hell? I'm gonna lose my shit.
Capture all zones.
Bro, that is insane that I swapped all the wiring out, redid everything. But it was just like this stupid ass VOD, but It did let me know that one of these cables is messed up. I should have known by how the audio works on this. Damn, there's a wall bang. You can shoot through anything in this game, but if you see a chair or a bush, don't try to shoot through that. See these little angles? You could, if you want to remember these a little bit easier, you can go into a private match and literally just run around. That's what all these players do. Every good player will go into the match. I mean, go like when the map comes out, they'll go into a private match and they'll just find as many angles as possible. This fence is actually pretty hard to shoot through. Surprisingly, actually not surprisingly. Anything that makes sense to shoot through, you can't shoot through that well. Right here, they got a couple kill shots. He's trying to get another pick. Since this is so hard to capture, they're just trying to get a couple more picks to reset the map. Havok going up top. I mean, not Havok. Huke. I think I said Havok multiple times. He's using... Oh, he's not even using Havok's class. He's a ranger out there. A big part of everything, like I was saying, is confidence. Like, you actually have to believe in yourself. Like, the only way players beat Shotzi and Dashy and all these really good players is that they literally know to themselves that they are capable of beating them. They know that they are potentially better. Even if they know they're not, they still tell themselves that they're better. And that's what you got to do in game. You got to have faith in yourself. The only way you're going to beat a better enemy is if you know you're better. Lie to yourself. Doesn't mean don't, like, improve when you need to. Right there, you didn't check the corner. That's what it is. A lot of players don't check the corner, and they see that they like almost captured the objective. So like a part of like the emotional factor is like, let's just run, hop on the objective. We almost have it. A lot of Call of Duty is mental. Like a lot of it's mental, because once you get to like Crim Plus or even like in Diamond, people don't really miss. And so it's not like a mechanical game. Like a lot of people are like worried about their aim. In these ranks, everyone already can hit all of their shots and move perfectly fine. It's all going to come down to like, what corners are you checking? What decisions are you making? Before that, yeah, it's a lot of mechanical things. If you want to learn how to like not ever miss, check out my most recent settings video. That one actually went so in depth. I think it's popping off too. Like a lot of people are finding it helpful.
Watch your back. We're low on lives.
13-8. They're doing very good right now because they're winning on offense, which is extremely difficult. They're trying to play as a team, sticking together. Got a couple hits off right there, but he got stunned. That's all it is. Myself, I would be like, damn, dude, I'm not as good as I should be. Should have won that. Which, yes, but you got stunned too, so you just got to recognize that sometimes you lose gunfights, or sometimes you lose games. Just know that you are a good player. See, he's not going to die from the same corner again. He checks it. Stuns it. Use your lethals. Use your tacticals. You can literally get a sticky note. Write it down. Use your lethals. Use your tacticals on the sticky note. Or check corners. So you just constantly see like check corners. Check corners. You don't want to write down like hit your shots, because then you're thinking about your aim when it should just be flow state. But like those little things, like try to recognize what you're doing wrong. And looking back at gameplay is so insanely helpful. Like for me, I won't think it's going to be helpful. I'll look back at the gameplay in my first life. I already see what I can do better. So it's really about getting reps on the game. Like you're not going to be like, if you're driving, when you first start learning, you're like, but then once you're like, you know, you're used to it, you can be high, drunk, driving with your pinky, or no, I'm just joking. But like it gets easy. It gets really easy to where the only issue is like not the mechanicals. It's literally just like, am I going to make the right decision if someone comes at me in the wrong way? It's just about, you know, just doing the right thing.
Another day in paradise, Black Ops.
That's what anything is in life. So just the game, you just got to get reps, and then just watch back stuff to get the mechanics. I mean, to get the game sense down. Over there, he got there a little bit late, and they just team shot him. Right there is usually just a bang out. There's not much that you can do. You just want to get there first. And that's why the Ranger fork can be helpful, but you just swap over to your knife and then run over.
We're contesting B.
Damn, just gets shot out. Not Huke's best game. I didn't even look at the scoreboard. I just saw Hacienda control and that they won. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a good breakdown just so you guys can kind of see what they're doing. I guess you didn't really learn much besides go for B first. Always go for B. And just stick with your team. The kills are helpful. Obviously, you got to capture the objective, but those kills are huge because first of all, it puts them in the lead, and then also you know where the enemies are going to spawn, so you can kind of hold them back. You want to be like rocks in the river. Like the river's flowing, but if you had some rocks there, it's like kind of getting messed up a little bit, and that's what you have to be. You have to be doing. And when you get a lot of kills, there is no river. You just stop all their flow. It's like a huge dam. Over here, just using audio cues, hearing where the enemies are. He sees where his teammates are spawning, so he knows where the end. Bro, what the fuck, Prismo?
We are here with $10,000, and the rules are simple. Spin the wheel to see.
Parker, you see what I mean about this stupid ass cat?
And the rules are simple. Spin the wheel.
I almost chucked him, but I remember I'm making a video. Bro, this cat is fucking psycho, dude. Psycho. I play with him a lot too. People might say, oh, you don't play with him enough. No, dude, I play with him more than people play with their dog. It's insane the amount of money I've spent. Prismo, do not go behind the monitor. No. Prismo? No. No, Prismo? Prismo? Bro, Prismo, no. Dude, I'm gonna bring you back to the pound. Dude, I literally got another cat so they would play with each other, but my other cat does not want to play with him. My other cat's like, bro, fuck that guy. Bro, it's insane ADHD. Prismo! Prismo!
Ronaldo calling in Hellstorm strike.
Look at this great match. 12 seconds left. The most chalk commentary in the world because of the fucking cat, dude. He's cool though. He cuddles with me each night. It's just, bro, he has ADHD. Prismo, get the fuck! Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. So sorry for the chalk commentary. Hope you learned something. Let me know who else I should react to, if you even like these. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Subscribe if you are new and you want to see more of the content. Doses.